What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lord Solar Prime, and I'm here to give you guys my combo tutorial for the deck profile I posted last week. If you hadn't had a chance to go see that, please go see that. I'll probably have a link somewhere at the top of this video or either at the end of this video. Please go over there, give it a share, give it a like, come back to this video so you guys can see the inner workings of that deck profile in action. All right, what we're going to be discussing today is the Ogier plus Renault combo, the Neo Space Connector plus Dolphin combo, and over here we have my two targets I would search for Isolde's first effect when she's summoned. We have Spell Striker and any level 4 non-tuner monster. I haven't seen that combo done yet. Doesn't mean it hasn't been done, but it's going to be really unique to this combo tutorial for my deck profile. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready to teach. Let's get into it. All right, we have our 5 cards. We open with Ogier and Renault, but we did not open with Durendal or any way to see Durendal. So what we're going to do is normal summon Ogier to send Gearfried to the graveyard. Special summon Renault. Renault is going to retrieve Gearfried from the grave, put him back into our hand. And at this point, a lot of people would go into Exode because they cut Lancelin from their extra deck, but seeing as I did not, we're going to take a different path. So we're going to synchro these guys away for Lancelin. And Lancelin effect is when he's special summon, or synchro summon, I'm sorry, he lets you equip a Noble Arms card from your deck to him. So he equips Durendal. You activate Durendal's effect to search for Astolfo. And at this point, we're at 1, 2, 3 summons, guys. So now we can go ahead and summon Gearfried now that we have an equip in our graveyard. So we go ahead and special summon Gearfried, banish this equip card. And we go ahead and equip Ogier to Gearfried. Now we want to get into Exode. So we summon Astolfo by banishing Renault. And you don't have to use the manipulation effect, it's not even worth it. But at this point, we have 2 warriors for Isolde. So we send these guys to the graveyard for Isolde. Isolde effect at this point can grab anybody. We're just going to grab Red Layer just to grab Red Layer. And we're going to go with the mill 4. So we're going to mill 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to be these 4 guys. It can't send DDR. So just go ahead and get these 4 to special summon Olivier. These hit the graveyard. Once we get Olivier on the field, we can now start to go Link crazy. We go into Link Cross. I'm just going to use these 2 dice over here. 1 and 1. At this point, we go from Olivier and 1 token to special summon Roland. Roland effect activates so we can do our thing at the end phase. And now we go into Fibrax. Fibrax hits the board. He summons out Plague Spreader. Plague Spreader and token is a 3. That summons Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher on summon effects. Special summons Olivier back from the graveyard. And at this point, we got 2 machines. So let's go ahead and make Auroradon. Auroradon hits the field. Special summons 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. 1, 2, 3. All right, at this point, it gets pretty fun. We go into a 7, which is going to be Power to a Dragon. On summon, we're going to search for DDR, reveal 3 copies of DDR, of course, and just add 1 to the hand. Cool. Now, we're going to use Plague Spreader's effect, Engrave, special summon him by putting 1 card back on top of our deck. We're going to just get rid of the red layer that we searched that we're not going to use. Cool. Once he hits the board, he banishes himself when he goes to the grave. Synchro for Charles. All right. Now, at this point, guys, I know you're kind of like wondering how we're going to get Savage and Herald onto the board. So let me go ahead and walk you through that. All right. At this point, we're going to banish Roland. And you know what? Let's go ahead and banish Lancelin for the effect of, where is it? Phoenix Blade, to add Phoenix Blade to our hand. So I'm pretty sure you guys can tell what's going to happen now. We're going to activate DDR, pitching the blade back to the graveyard to summon Rolling. Once Rolling hits the board, it's kind of easy from that point. We're just going to go into our Borrowed Savage using one of these tokens. Get rid of this DDR. Savage effect activates. We're going to equip Fibrax to him. All right, guys, we're almost done here. At this point, if you have an extender in your hand, like, what's his name? Olivier, with a dead equip, let's just say another DDR of anything like that, you can activate Olivier's effect to send DDR to the graveyard to special summon him. He becomes the level 1 +3, and there is your Herald. Boom, there you go. And now, before the end phase happens, all you would do is need to start equipping up Olivier to your Charles, and make sure you don't forget to activate Astolfo's effect. So on turn 3, you guys can have something to put on board if they were able to break this board at all. So you activate her effect, banish her. And that's why I really like that card. I really do love that card. Even if you were to open with a dead DDR and an Ogier, at least you can send Gearfried to the graveyard, use her effect in hand to banish Gearfried to summon her, copying his level if you want to. Of course, that signifies you're going into a Blackluster Soldier Chaos play, but whatever. You can and cannot do that. It's up to you. Then play DDR, bring back Gearfried. Boom, there you go. So that brings this combo to an end. And as you guys can see, let's go ahead and do the end phase thing. Forgot all about that. So Rolling effect activates on the end phase, letting us search for I would always get another copy of Gearfried and just send another copy of any equip to the graveyard, probably another DDR at this point. So that adds to your hand just for a stronger play. Then Charles effect activates, letting us equip Smoke Grenade, and then letting us also equip a monster from the deck, which is going to be another copy of Ogier to Charles. Charles effect activates at the end phase, popping this and letting you snatch a card out your opponent's hand. And at that point, we end our turn and pass it to our opponent. So this brings this combo to an end. Let's go ahead and get started on the next one. All right, guys, we're back. So in this combo, we're going to be starting off with Neospace Connector and a full hand. This is probably going to be the best way to get to the end result of this board because we're not using any other resources but this one from our hand. So we normal summon Connector, use effect, just special summon Dolphin. Let's just imagine we did Dolphin effect and we said we're safe from the Nibiru. So cool. So we go into Isolde. Isolde effect is going to grab us Spell Striker, another card we're not going to use in this combo. We only use it in the mill 2, and this is the mill 4. So mill 4 for Isolde effect, the same as last time. To special summon Olivier, and at this point we link summon for Link Cross, getting us 2 tokens. And this is going to be the same steps as the last combo, so I'm just going to run through it and just briefly talk about each play. So cool. 1 token Olivier for Rolling. Activate Rolling effect. It resolves on the end phase. I forgot to mention that last combo. Activates now, resolves on the end phase. Cool. So let's go into Fibrax. Fibrax special summons Plague Spreader from the deck. Plague and token for 3, which is going to be Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher effect. Special summons Olivier back from the grave. 2 machines for Auroradon. Triple tokens. Boom. All right. Now we move into the synchro play for Power Tool. Power Tool effect activates. Reveal to your opponent all 3 copies of DDR. Add DDR to your hand. We're going to now bring back Plague Spreader by sending the worthless copy of Spell Striker to the deck. synchro. This guy gets banished for Charles. Same as last time, guys. We're gonna banish the Roland and banish our Soul to get back our Phoenix Blade to our hand. Now we're gonna activate DDR, pitching Phoenix Blade to summon back our banished Roland. Now we use a token in Roland to synchro for Savage. Savage effect activates, equip Fibrex. And now, since we didn't use a lot of cards in our hand, guys, our hand is pretty much open to anything we need it to be as far as extenders. If we need an extender, there we go. We can either use Olivier, we can use Harris to get either one, or we can use Roland. So for this sake, let's go ahead and just use Roland. Return those back to our hand. Special summon Roland. Roland becomes a tuner. Let's go ahead and get back, let's get back our Smoke Grenade. Smoke Grenade is to our hand. These are blanks. Now at this point we synchro for Heralds. Since we added back Smoke Grenade off Renaud's effect, we equip to Charles, triggering Charles to destroy a Smoke Grenade before the end phase, ripping a card out of our opponent's hand. So in this combo, guys, we're gonna rip 2 cards out of our opponent's hand before they go into their main phase. Well, not before they go into their main phase, but one on this turn and one on their turn. So once we rip, now we're gonna start equipping from grave. Who we got in here? We got Olivier. Olivier equips to Charles. And at this point, you guys can get back the blade if you want. I'm gonna just leave it in there for video purposes. Don't matter right now because we're not really using it. Now we move into the end phase. Roland effect resolves, letting us send any equip to the graveyard to search for any Fire Warrior. We're gonna add Gear Free since we don't have them. And now Charles effect is gonna activate. It's gonna re-equip that Smoke Grenade. And it's going to equip a Ogier from the deck to him. So now, once your opponent has their turn in their favor, we're going to wait till they activate any card, and then we're going to chain Roland from the graveyard to equip to Charles, triggering Charles to then destroy, and then we get a chance to peek at their hand once again, discarding a card on their turn. So that brings this combo to an end. Let's go ahead and move into these Mill 2 combos, right, guys. We're going to be starting from this point of the combo right here where we've just summoned a soul, searching for our target. We will need Renaud in hand to finish this board off strong. The only 2 monsters we use here are for the link summon of our soul. So summon a soul, search our target, was going to be a level 4 non-tuner warrior monster. And then we're going to use a second effect to send these 2 equip cards to the graveyard. It has to be these 2 guys. To summon Gemba. Once we get Gemba on board, we take a soul off board for Link Cross. Link Cross is going to give us 2 tokens. Then we use Gemba and one of the tokens to summon Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher effect activate, summoning Gemba back to the board. Then we're going to use Gemba and Link Cross to summon Fibrex. Fibrex is then going to summon Plague Spreader. And then we're going to use our 2 machines here to summon Auroradon. Auroradon is going to summon us 3 tokens. 1, 2, and 3. At this point, we can go ahead and start going into our Tatsunoko play. So we synchro with 2, 1 for Tatsunoko. Tatsunoko lets us synchro summon using cards in our hand. We're going to use the Ogier in Tatsunoko to meet Power Tool Dragon. Activate Power Tool effect to reveal 3 DDRs in our deck and add DDR to our hand. At this point, we're going to bring back our Plague Spreader by ditching any random card. Sorry, let me get a card over here. Random card. Ditching it to the graveyard. I'm going to use Plague Spreader, banishing him, of course, and 1 token to summon out Roland. And since now that we control a fire warrior, make sure you activate rolling effect. So activate rolling effect, resolve on end phase. We can special summon Renault. Renault effect, let's get some free real estate from the grave. We're gonna get back Living Fossil, add it back to our hand. And now we're gonna use Roland and one of the tokens to make Borload Savage. Savage is gonna equip a Link monster from the grave, which is going to be Fibrax. And now that we have a level 1 and a level 3 on board, we can now make our Herald of the Arclight. Put that over here. And now we need to get a level 2 tuner on board so we can make Charles. So all we need to do is activate Living Fossil, targeting our Gimba, and using Gimba and Powerful Dragon to make Charles. Get rid of Living Fossil. Checking our graveyard to see if we had anything to equip. Since this was added from ISO, we can't use her effect, but we can equip her anyway from the deck if we choose to. But let's go ahead and finish out this turn. So, in phase, rolling effect resolves, sending Smoke Grenade to the graveyard. Then we activate Charles to equip Smoke Grenade and equipping any Fire Warrior from our deck to Charles. And we're gonna use Charles' effect to destroy Smoke Grenade, letting us peek at our opponent's hand and discard 1 card to the graveyard. So that brings this combo to an end, guys. Let's move on to the next one. Just like last combo, guys, we're gonna start off at this point here. We're gonna add Spell Striker with Renault in hand. So we're gonna add Spell Striker, sending 2 equipped cards with a Soul Second effect to summon Gimba. I'm gonna now use her for Link Cross. Link Cross is gonna give us 2 tokens. I'm gonna use one of the tokens and Gimba for Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher effect summons Gimba back. I'm gonna use Gimba and Link Cross for Fibrax. Fibrax effect activates. Summon Plague. We're gonna use Plague. And the last Link Cross token for Tatsunoko. Use our 2 machines for Auroradon. Auroradon is gonna summon us 3 tokens. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're gonna use Tatsunoko effect to let us use cards in our hand for a Synchro Summon. We're gonna use Spell Striker and Tatsunoko for 6. Summoning Cool Dragon. And since we have plans to bring back Plague Spreader later on in the turn, let's go ahead and maximize our draws right now for 9 to summon Charles. Cool Dragon effect activates, letting us draw a card. You guys at this point can look at your hand and figure out which card you want to ditch for Plague Spreader. Ditch a card for Plague Spreader to bring back from grave. Use Plague Spreader and a token for Rolling. Rolling effect activates, resolves on end phase. Now we're gonna use Renault in hand to special summon to grab us DDR back from the graveyard. Then we're gonna use Roland and the token to summon Herald of the Arclight. All right, so we need a 3-star monster to synchro with to get Borload Savage. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna add Phoenix Blade back to our hand by banishing these 2 cards, Connector and Dolphin. And we're gonna pitch, Plague Spreader Spanish. Then we're gonna pitch Divine Sword for the activation of DDR to bring back our banished Aqua Dolphin. Then we're gonna use Dolphin and Roland for the synchro summon of Borload Savage. Savage effect activates, equipping Fibrax from the graveyard. At this point, we check our graveyard to make sure we have nobody to equip the Charles, and we don't. Of course, you guys can get back the Blade if you want. I'm choosing not to. Let's get rid of this DDR. In phase rolling effect resolves, to send Smoke Grenade to add Charles. And now we're gonna activate Charles effect to equip Smoke Grenade and to equip Ogier from our deck. Finishing off his effect, we're gonna pop smoke grenade to look at our opponent's hand to discard 1 card. So that's it, guys. That's the full combo video for my deck profile that I posted last week. If you did not check it out, please go back and check it out. I'll probably have it linked again in the end of this video. So just go back and get an overlook and come back to this video so you guys can understand the combos of that deck profile. With that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.